Hi, my name's Thomas Hurt. I'm an undergraduate TA here at UK with the FYE department, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the water flow sensor mount for the film system. And if you don't already have it open, you'll want to go ahead and open this drawing that will be included somewhere in the assignment, just so you can have all the dimensions. And I'll also go over all of them in the video too, but just in case. Um, so go ahead and open up Onshape and then go to your account, click My Account, and then go to Preferences. Sorry. And then make sure you have this set to inches, because I think it defaults to millimeters. So make sure that's set to inches, and then if you like your screen to be darker, you can set it to dark mode. I just like it like that. So yeah, that's why my screen looks like that. And then just click up here on Onshape, and then hit Create Document, and then you can name it whatever you want. I'm just gonna call it water sensor, and then create. Okay, and then so we're gonna click on the left click on the top plane, and then hit N on your keyboard, and then hit Sketch. And then you don't have to do this, but I like to hide all the planes just so it looks less cluttered. So we'll go up here and click on a circle, and then just go to the origin and drag it out, and then do another circle from the origin, and then hit Escape on your keyboard. And then you can either go up here and click Dimension, or on your keyboard you can click D. So hit D, and then on this outer circle we're going to make it 1.25 inches. So 1.25, and then hit Enter. And then with this circle, hit D again, and then we're going to make that one 1.05, and then hit Enter. Okay, now we're gonna, you can either click line up here, or you can click L on your keyboard, and then go to where it kind of snaps to the center of the circle. You should see a little line right there, and then just drag it through the middle, and it doesn't matter how long it is. And then you're gonna left click on this so it's highlighted, and then come up here and click Construction, and you should see it change to a different line. And then we'll hit L again, and we'll come over here and just hover over the top of this circle and drag it down to here, and then hit Escape, and then hit L again, and then same thing but on the other side. And then we're going to click D, and we're going to left click on this line, and then left click on this line, and we're going to make that distance 0.061, 0.61, and hit Enter. And then same thing but for the other side, and we're going to make that distance 0.079. Okay, and then we're going to come up here, and right here we're going to click Trim, and then trim these little segments right here away, and then hit L or line on your keyboard, and then go right here at this little endpoint, and then drag it straight up, doesn't matter how long, and then hit escape, and then hit D, and then you're gonna left click on this endpoint, and then on this endpoint, and make that distance 1.481. 481. Hit enter. Okay. And then we'll do line. So hit L, and then hover over this endpoint and just kind of drag it across, and then drag it down to this top or outer circle. And then escape, and then hit D, and then left click on this line, and then on this line, and then make that distance 0.1. And hit enter, and then just connect these two lines. So do line or hit L, go right here and right here, and then come over here and do trim again, and just trim that line right there. Okay, so now we're going to go over here and we're going to click extrude, and we're going to make the depth 0.82, and then hit enter, and then you should see that it's actually a solid now, and then click check, and there we go. And now all we need to do is add the two mounting holes for the sensor. So left click on this face, and then right click and do new sketch, and then you can left click again and hit N on your keyboard, and it will just view normal to that face. And then we're going to go over here and hit circle, and then just kind of somewhere in the top corner, it doesn't matter where, do a circle, and then hover over the center of this circle, and then drag it across somewhere, and then just do another circle, and then hit D, and we're going to make this circle, well, we're going to make both of the circles 0.115, enter, and then same thing for this one, 0.115, enter, and then we still have dimension highlighted, and then go and click left click on the top of this, and then to this circle, and make that 0.175, and hit enter, and then left click on this line and then this circle and make that 0.11, enter, and then the center of this circle and this circle, and make that 0.6, and then hit enter. Okay, so now we just got to cut out the holes for these circles. Just make sure your dimensions are the same as mine, and then so go over here and click extrude, and this time we're going to be removing material, so we want to hit remove, and then you shouldn't have to change the distance as long as you can see that the circles are actually cut out. Now if it looks like this, if it's red, then you'll want to drag it, click on that little arrow and drag it through, and then it shouldn't be red anymore, and then just click check, and then there we go. So now all you'll need to do is export this as a 3MF or an STL. I prefer to do 3MF, so I would just do that. So go over here and right click and then hit export, and then you can do format. If you want to do STL, you can click STL, but I'm going to keep it as a 3MF, and then click export, and then it's just going to take a second to download. Okay, you can see it's downloaded now. And then if you're printing in the IC, you'll want to save this to a flash drive and then bring it there, and then go ahead and open up their software and click file, and then click import 3MF, and just go to your downloads, or if you're printing in the IC, you'll want to go to your actual flash drive, and then just click on the part, click OK, and it should automatically be on like the proper face. But if it's not, for some reason, like if it's if you open it and it's, you know, like that, you obviously don't want to print it like that. So you can either highlight the part and go over here and click auto orient, and it will automatically put it on the correct face, or you can highlight it and click lay on face, and then just click on that face right there and do it like that. Okay, and then just go ahead and slice it, and then you're ready to print. Alright, thank you for watching, and I hope this video helped.